Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of my YouTube channel. So last time we were on, I talked a little bit about appraisal gap coverage and how that is an option that you can utilize when you're competing for a home, maybe in a multiple offer situation. If it's a hot home in a hot market with a lot of attention to it and a lot of competition, that's something you can do to make your offer stand out compared to other buyers in the situation to kind of sweeten your deal for the sellers and offer more peace of mind for them to get more money at the end of the deal. Another option I want to talk about today is called the escalating clause. It's another option that you can use as a buyer when you're presenting an offer on a home. Basically, the way it works is, so I'll use a comparison here with eBay. Let's say you place a bid for an item on eBay. Maybe it's listed at $15 for the starting bid. So you place your bid for $15, but there's an option on eBay where you can go all the way up to $60. So if someone else bids 50, you beat their offer by $1 or whatever it might be, and you go all the way up to say $50 or $60, and that's the highest that you're willing to go. So if someone bids you above that, you lose out. But if no one goes above your max bid of $60, hey, then you won that item on eBay, right? But you bid lower in an effort to win the offer, but also not outbid yourself and not spend too much. So same concept applies here with an escalating clause on a house. So let's say there's a house listed for $100,000. You place an offer to the sellers for $100,000, but you're willing to go higher than that. You're willing to go to say $130,000. So you say, hey, I'll go up to 130. So if you get another offer, say for 110, I'll beat it by, and usually in the industry we go by increments of 5,000 or 10,000, just depends on your financial situation, the house, potential appraisal, the value of it, those sorts of things. But you might be able to say, I'll beat any offer you receive by $5,000 all the way up to 130. So you offer $100,000 on a house. Someone else offers $110,000. Well, so now that kicks in on that escalating clause. You escalate your offer to $115,000 then. And you just keep on going until you reach your max of $130,000. And if someone beats you at that point, you have a couple options. You can either just say, congrats to the other buyers and move on to a different house, or you might be able to revisit it and maybe offer more if you really want the house and you have the financial flexibility for it. It's kind of a case-by-case situation. You should really consult with your lender and your realtor to see what is feasible for you. But it's a good way for you to really make your bid stand out and also not outbid yourself. I mean, sometimes you don't know who you're going up against or what the other offers are. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So this is a good way for you to kind of manage that and make a fair offer that will stand out, but also not spend more than what you need to. As far as the, how do you know if you've been beat out? You kind of have to go on the honor system. Us realtors, we have a code of ethics that we follow that we're supposed to follow. So go off of that, and then that way you should know if the other realtor is being honest or not. Then you'll know where your offer stands and if you need to kick up your escalating clause, or if that will kick in if you are getting beat out by other offers. And if there's a multiple offer situation, maybe revisit with your highest and best with another escalating situation in that case. It's all very dependent case-by-case situation, but it's in general, it's a very good tool to utilize to try to win a bid on a house in a hot market like this one for buyers. I hope this was helpful. We'll talk more strategies down the road. I'll see you next week. Take care.